and welcome to the show. On today's silly car build, I've got quite possibly one of the prettiest cars of all time. There are very few cars that I prefer the look of to the Jaguar E-Type. In fact, I'm not sure there is any. Yeah, me, Daniel, agree that this is probably the best looking car in the world, to be honest. I can't even get the damn thing. Get in the car! I want to sit in the car. It's so nice having the steering wheel on the proper side as well. Hey, there we go. We're inside the car. And I'm going to make a very, very powerful one of these. I don't know how well this is going to fare with the amount of power you can put in it. Because once we get out of these menus, you can put in a rather large engine. In fact, you can put in the biggest engine, or technically the third biggest engine, but the biggest engine you can engine swap into anything. The 6-litre V12. It's going to be quite quick, or should I say, it's going to have quite a lot of power. Whether it's quick or not, I think it could struggle trying to deal with all of this power. The cars that have tended to do quite well on this challenge have been, what's the difference between the, oh right, okay, so that's take off small amount of chrome, that's take off all chrome. I'm not sure what, never mind. We're going for downforce, we're going to need all of the downforce. Please don't have a silly wing. Please don't have a, okay, that's sensible enough. Doesn't ruin it too much. I'm sorry, we have to have aero, otherwise the car is going to be horrendously bad to drive. I love you can choose how much chrome you want taken off your Jaguar. Also, why would that make the handling and braking worse? Why is it adding weight, taking away parts? That doesn't make sense at all. No logical. And yeah, that makes sense. You should lose weight. Taking off what? Oh, never mind. We'll lose all the weight we can. Because I think handling could be a real issue with this car. The cars that have tended to go quickly have been the modern sort of racing vehicles. The Lotus Elise went very quick. The Celine went very quick. They can deal with the amount of power you're going to put through them. The cars that have tended to struggle are the older vehicles that don't quite have the nice up-to-date chassis. While yes, I will put race tyres, race brakes, race suspension, weight reduction and so on, cars like the Maserati Tipo just couldn't deal with the amount of power we end up putting through them. There are the odd exceptions. The Chevrolet Impala, I don't know how that thing drove as well as it did. That was it was strange, that car, because that really did drive quite well. Of course, the Auto Union you couldn't really do very much too. But in general, the older cars are more likely to have problems when you put a lot of power through them, and this is getting a hell of a lot of power, a lot more than quite a few of the old cars we've had on here. Well, I think it's 1,800 horsepower, not 1,800, 1,180. God dear, 1,800 would be fun. And scary, and absolutely terrifying. I want a 1,800 horsepower engine now. I really want to use that in a Lotus 11. See if we can make a Lotus into orbit. We probably could with that. That would be pretty damn cool. How much horsepower is going to be in that new Hennessy? Oh, I've forgotten. It's something. Is it 1,900 in the Hennessy, in the Venom F5? I don't know why. I don't get why it's an F5. Surely F2 would make sense in that it's the second version. Is there somebody can probably tell me why it's an F5? But yeah, I want the engine from the Venom to swap into cars in Forza 5. That would be incredible, and everything would be very broken. I'm sure I would roll many cars, just losing control of them at high speeds. Yeah, there's not quite have that much power. It's actually jumping up the PI fairly well, which suggests it may be a bit controllable. If we're going this high up in PI, it tends to mean we have some form of grip. But then I'm also, yeah, I'm not sure on this car. It could be all right. It could survive okay. Let's have a look. What's the number statistics? Oh, 5.5 handling. I'm not filled with confidence anymore about the Jag. Okay, 822 PI, fairly respectable for a silly car build. Yeah, we will give it a go as per normal. With these, I take the vehicles around the Sebring club circuit when the game finishes saving. Can we go to Sebring now? There we go. they have got 4 laps to set as fast a lap time as possible, and their sort of challenge is to beat the lap set by a completely standard V8 supercar of 1 minute 8.1. Talking of PI wise, the V8 supercar is a mid S class. This E-Type is a fair bit higher in PI. I think it's about 70 higher. However, of course, this isn't quite going to have the nice control of a finely tuned V8 supercar. Well, we're going to find out what's going to happen. Please don't kill me, okay? I said nice things about the way you look, Jaguar. Please don't try and kill me. Into the first corner. We haven't died yet. We haven't spun. It's all going okay. It's all actually going remarkably well. Oh, there we go. Now we're trying. Now we're trying to go some. Oh, we're not taking that. We're not taking that flat. We're not taking that flat at all. We haven't gone wildly. Oh dear, we're not stopping either because I was on the grass. Interestingly, we didn't go wildly out of control when trying to take that flat for the first time. We just kind of understeered. It was, again, this is surprisingly controllable. What's going on? I'm not having any real problems putting the power down in this. It's not. That's second gear with 1,100 horsepower. Oh bloody hell! It's quick as well. That's. How is it doing that? How have you got so much grip when other cars do not? This, okay, I was wrong to doubt the Jaguar. I was very wrong to doubt it. Look at it go! It's got grip. Okay. We haven't quite got that much grip. Don't get carried away now. Whoa! We're sideways at 150 miles an hour. We've got lots of speed, and then we've got to stop. We don't have the stopping bit. We have the we have acceleration. We have remarkably good traction. We do not have the brakes, though. We're going to have to brake quite early then. God, this is incredible how much rear end... I mean, I'm being really stupid with the throttle now. In a very powerful car. And still it holds on to the track. Oh, God, the brakes are quite poor. But that's not what I expected. That is really not what I... Oh, dear. Oh, crap, crap, crap. Tyre. Oh, that was a little bit close. The Jaguar was okay. I didn't scratch it. It's fine. Okay, I need to be less of an idiot with the throttle. I'm doing stupid things with this car. With this much power, it should not hold the road at all. But it is. I mean, that's 1,100 horsepower. And I'm booting it out of these corners, and it's not throwing me in a wall. It's not being twitchy. It is wheel spinning, but it's perfectly controllable. And still, I can do that flat out down there. And it's fine with it. We don't quite have the cornering grip that I would like. We do have phenomenal acceleration. Let's just brake a little bit early here, shall we? Let's stop that in time for this corner. We made one of the hairpins. We actually got it stopped in time. Now we've got to be careful through here because we can't take it flat there. Oh, that was on the curb a little bit. And we're going to brake early because we're so bloody quick and we don't have very good brakes. Then look at that, we made the other tight corner. We're actually stopping in time. And then don't go visit the tyre wall here. It already very nearly got a coat of green paint, so we're not going to do that one again. And then we're going to stop up on the next one, get blinded by everything, take out the cone on the way. That's mandatory. On any quick lap, you must remove the cone from the apex. Oh, bugger it, I've done it again. I just get... acceleration is so good on this car, I just missed my braking point. We are going a little bit quicker on this lap, but we've got one more to try and set a sensible time with. That was not a good place to go. Curb's not its biggest friend, but haven't had terrible accidents on them. Careful around here, we're nearly flat out. It can nearly do it. This has got so much more grip than I anticipated. Oh, we've gone quicker than the V8 supercar despite missing a corner. We've gone very deep into turn one. We might be able to gather it up. It's not going to beat the Elise purely on the brakes. It just can't, it can't stop quick enough to mount a challenge with the Elise. And to be fair, a 7.9 is not too bad. What did the Elise did a 6 something or other. And considering this is quite a lot lower PI than the Lotus, this is remarkably controlled. I expected this to be quite difficult to drive, if I'm honest. It really isn't. This is, apart from perhaps the Celine that was that had this engine in as well. This is incredibly controllable for this engine. Normally they're horrendously overpowered and slide everywhere and have no grip, and I'm not paying attention to the corner. It's clever. Despite going across the grass there, we're still a second up. We may not quite have that by the time we cross the line. Come on, Jaguar. You can do it. You can do it around this final corner. Don't get carried away, Alex. Don't get too carried away on the power. There we go. We're good. Run it across the line. 7.002. I don't care that it was a dirty lap. That's blooming fast for the Jaguar. Holy crap. There's not much off the Lotus, and this is almost 100 PI lower. Oh, around 100. I can't remember what the PI of the Lotus was. That's quick. That's really got a lot more grip than it has any right to. That's not a bad car to drive at all. The Jaguar could deal with all the power. I was completely wrong. I honestly expected this to be quite tail happy and quite a pain really to get around the track. But no, the Jaguar was that's a really good car. Well, on to find out its top speed. I did just glance at the speed while I was flicking through the menus. I think it reckoned 240 miles an hour from this, and once I take the aero off from the wings and diffuser bit, 250 might be possible. I might be pushing it a little bit, but this is going to be a quick car in a straight line as well. Yeah, 822, almost 100 lower than the Lotus. I think the Lotus was like 917 or 920 or something. Right, dump aero off. What have you got for me, car? 248.5. That's quick. Can we fiddle the gear ratios and get any more? Can we get 250? I would quite like 250. Can we get 250? Please. 230? No, we can't. That's wrong. Okay, I was wondering if sometimes the game has them too long, so it runs out of gearing, getting to a top speed. Oh, okay. No, I think the standard gearing was pretty spot on, if I'm honest. Just wiggling this around. 248.5. Yeah, we're not going to get the 250. Unfortunately, we would have to slipstream something, and there's not much you can slipstream at that sort of speeds. Right, to the Le Mans circuit. I would imagine this will. We've had a couple of cars of late that haven't actually got to their top speed. We've run out of straight before we could get them to their top speed. I don't think that's going to be a problem with this. The way this picked up speed around Sebring, I think it'll get to its top speed without too many issues. I also don't think this is going to have too many problems with the corners. If it's got that much grip through the admittedly it is mostly load speed stuff at Sebring, but if it can put the power down that well out of those second gear corners, put all of this power down, I don't think it'll be too bad on this opening section at Le Mans. I mean, I'm not good at Le Mans. I don't like this track very much, so yeah, I'm not that good through these first corners. So yeah, there is an element of my poor driving, but this is remarkably controllable. I wouldn't necessarily automatically assume this was a silly build car if I hadn't built it myself. I mean, it's powerful, but I've driven sort of fairly standard supercars that are harder to drive than this thing. It really is quite great. Again, I've got no aero, no downforce, and I'm really not having any problems putting nearly 1,200 horsepower down. I'm astounded by this car. I've taken that corner really badly. Even taking that corner badly, it's fine. Ooh, got a little excited over the final bump. God damn. This is an incredible vehicle. Acceleration-wise, yeah, we're quick. We're pretty quick. We're 200 miles an hour as we come onto the straight, up into 6th gear. Yeah, I'm going to guess we will hit the 248, I think. Yeah, we're starting to slow down now. We're starting to hit the drag, I guess is the best way of putting it. Pretty aerodynamical car, the Jaguar E-Type. Oh, we might not get the 48. I think we will actually run out of road. Yeah, 45. We're not going to do it. 6, maybe we'll get to 7. No, we're going to hit a bump. We're a little bit wide. Oh, we're in the air. But we've... Oh, crap. We had the front wheels in the air. Oh, okay. Found a flaw. Found a big flaw in the E-Type. If you try and take a corner at 230 miles an hour, the front of the car lifts up. To be fair, I was out of position. I was busy watching the speedo and was a little bit too far to the left. But as I turned into that corner, the front wheels were in the air and I lost all steering. Or I'm not sure if they were quite in the air. It's probably one of those, oh, I've hurt the E-Type. I'm sorry. What view can we... Oh, I can't do any view that's okay. That doesn't look too bad. That's close enough. Yeah, it lifts up at high speeds. That's about the only flaw with this car. Otherwise, it's perhaps the easiest of the city build cars to drive. I really think it is. That's not what I expected to say about the Jaguar. Not at all. At 230 miles an hour, it does lift up, so be careful of that, but that's not going to be a problem pretty much anywhere else other than here. There we go. The Jaguar E-Type is a remarkably sensible, silly car. I'm astounded by it. Give it a go. Have a go with the E-Type yourself with this much power. It's really quite impressive how much grip you can get from it. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.